Hello and welcome back to the vlog. How are you? So, first of all, I have a gray hair, y'all, and I don't appreciate. I don't know, when you get gray hair, do they itch? Because it's like my hair been itch right here, and I look up, and it was a gray hair, though, y'all. My hair is finally going gray. Ugh. How long I've been teaching? I feel like that's real good progress. I have one gray hair and I've been teaching 20 years. I think that's good progress though. So hello and welcome back to the vlog. How are you? It's great to I am looking at a camera, so I don't actually see you. But if you see me, it is great that you are seeing me and watching this video. So, my darling girls, Elisa Lopez, aka the Emerging Educator. I can't tell if I have a cold or I don't know what's going on. And my other darling girl, my beautiful Annalita Buchanan, aka Naturally Niani, although she's coming up with a new name for her channel. We have decided to do, sorry about my fingers, just making sure my sound is up. Turn my sound up, turn that shit up. Okay. Come on, I'm a Dave Chappelle fan. Come on, yeah. Turn my mic up, turn it up. And then he's like, turn my mic up, turn that shit up. like what? What? I can't hear it in this ear. Like, this is a whole rap song. Anyway, Fisticuffs, look him up. Fisticuffs was that deal. So anyway, my girls, Annalita and Elisa and I, we're like a trio now. You know, I won't say I'm Diana Ross, but I am Diana Ross. But they're my supremes. They are as equally as talented. I'm playing. No. They're my girls. These are my new besties, my new homies, my new BFFs. We decided to create a tag, and we're going to call out some names of some friends at the end of the tag. And we would love as much participation as possible to make sure this tag goes around and everyone does it. And I think it's a very excellent, reflective type tag. I used to do this. I used to do something similar when I used to do PDs, you know, at my school. You know, if they will allow me to do a PD, you know, I've done a couple. And I would always, you know, put numbers in a bag. Numbers from 5 to 18, school age years. And everybody had to pick a number. And they had to give a memory of that age in their life at school, you know, or just that age. And it's a great reflection to kind of remember, you know, we were once those kids. You know, I mean, sans the technology and social media, we were those kids. We were in the chair and we were fidgety and we were hard-headed and we didn't listen and we played too much and we talked too much. So sometimes we're so far removed just chronologically. You know, I mean, I teach third grade. That's 8 years old. I was 8 in 1979. So it's like, come on, man. Next year, that will be 40 years. Like, I was 40 years ago. Times have changed beyond measure. So it's just a great reflection tag to kind of help you remember that, you know what? You were a kid too, and you weren't so hot either. Because, you know, you're a child, you're growing, you're changing, you're making your way in the world, you're developing. So trust me, this is a fantastic tag. So the title of this tag is hashtag back in the day. Okay, so it's the back in the day teacher tag. So when you do the tag, make sure your thumbnail or somewhere in the video, you upload a picture of your younger self at whatever age you can before 18. I don't have a picture. My mother has all the pictures. So I don't personally have a picture of myself at 8 years old, but I do have one at 4 years old. So my thumbnail for this video is going to be a picture of me when I was 4. And you have to also make sure you explain your picture. You know, like the picture that I'm going to upload, we were 4 and We went to go take family pictures downtown in the big Hudson's building, and it was a thing. We had done it before, and it was really for a lot of the Black Detroit families, a lot of Detroit families, it was kind of a rite of passage. Like you would go to the big Hudson's building on a certain floor, and you would take family pictures, and it was something that a lot of us do. Many of us have that same picture of our families at Hudson's from back in the day. So it was a really big thing to do back then. And I don't know if it was Christmas. I don't know if it was Easter. I don't know if it was a holiday, or I don't know if it was just my grandparents wanted my mother to take family pictures with her kids, and she did. So it's a picture of me about 4, maybe 5 years old at Hudson's with my mother and my brother, who I edited out of the shot. When you see the picture, it's just me. But if I showed you the whole picture, it was my mother, my brother, and me. And I think I was 4 or 5. And I remember because they told us to take a picture smiling and take a picture not smiling. So we took one picture with no smiles and one picture with a smile. My mother has the copy of the one where we weren't smiling, and I have the copy of the one where we were. So anywho, so that explains my picture. So there are 10 questions to this tag, and I've already tagged about 10 people on Facebook that I'm Facebook friends with who are also in the YouTube teacher community, and I'm going to call out your name at the end of the video. So I know I've already been talking for 7 minutes, so why don't we begin? So again, this is the back in the day teacher tag. And Reynolds, Smarty Style, or any of the bigger vloggers who watch me, please join us. We'd love to have you. One Fab Teacher, Miss May, CJ Reynolds, Smarty Style, Megan from Too Cool for Middle School. Any of the bigger vloggers who watch me and want to join, please join us because we would love to have you. But I want everyone. I recently have gained like 50 new subscribers. Like I'm just gone like 50. Like that's really awesome. I have 251 subscribers now. That is so great. I think it's so amazing and I appreciate you. So everyone who watches me and who's a teacher tuber, do this tag. It's called #back in the day. I got to give you a song. me. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I still wish I was a kid. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. Okay, so you can only do like 8 seconds before it's copyright infringement. I do not own the rights to that song. All right, so now that's something that was a rap though. Don't hate my rap skills. I got something. Y'all don't know me. Question 1. Are you ready? What grade do you currently teach? I teach 3rd grade, and I don't know, in the United States, that is 8, 9, and yeah, sometimes 10. Yeah, depends on if you pass. So, but usually it's 8 years old. Question 2. Where did you go to primary, middle, and high school? So I am from Detroit, Michigan, and I lived on the north end side of the city, which is also the new center area. I went to Brightmeyer Elementary, which is now gone. It's just a parking lot. And even the parking lot is just a vacant lot. It was Brightmeyer Elementary for a long time. Then it was Flicks, Foreign Language Academy for a while. And then it wasn't. And then it got torn down. I attended Spain Middle School, which is now a K through 8 elementary and middle school. It was, when I was going, it was just a middle school. And if you paid attention to the national news, it was the school in Detroit that you saw the mold and the gym floor was coming up and it wasn't good. It was on national news. So, yeah, I went there 30 years ago. So that gym was new when I went to the school. But anyway, I went to Spain Middle School. And I went to Northwestern High School, which is now Detroit Collegiate Prep at Northwestern. It is a charter school, but that's still chartered by DPS. But the building is exactly the same. So my middle school and high school still exist as a building, but there have been some changes. Question 4. Oh, that was one and two. That was a two-part question in one and two. Okay. So that wasn't question two. That was a two-part question for part number one. All right. Question two. Who are your most least favorite influential teachers? Uh, I can remember all of my elementary teachers. Let me see. I had Miss White in kindergarten, Miss Mitchell in first grade, Miss Stewart in second grade, Miss Tucker in third grade, Miss Mr. Jenkins in fourth grade, and Mr. Lindsay and Miss Thorpe in fifth grade. I remember their names, and they were great teachers, but influential? No, no, I never needed somebody to influence me. Until I was 10, I had my grandma, and I had my mother my whole life, so I just never, I don't know, I just never focused on that, you know? I'm not saying these people didn't teach me well or weren't great teachers, but I just never needed somebody in that space. So influential, no, none of them encouraged me to be a teacher. I decided that way later in life. Uh, Great teachers though, great teachers. Learned a lot from them. I did. I mean, I really felt like I got a well-rounded education, even back in the 70s. I did. They were not afraid, because all my teachers weren't black, and they were not afraid to teach black history, and they taught it for real. So, most influential? Yeah, I don't know about influential, but okay. I don't remember all my middle school teachers, and I guess my music teacher in high school, my vocal coach, Miss Hicks, she died a couple years ago. My music teachers in high school were most influential because I was in the glee club, and I was in all the choirs and stuff. So I enjoyed music class, so I guess they would be close to most influential. But no, I love them and I liked them, but I've never felt like they had a hand in making me who I was. I never felt it. Very honest people, though. I mean, they were very honest about life, and they told us the truth. So I appreciated them, but I've never counted them as the most influential people in my life. I've never counted them. My mother is the champion of that. My mother is the most influential person in my entire life. Okay, number three. Who were your friends? So, I say this to people a lot, and they don't believe me, but it was just true. I had one friend in elementary, and her name was Consuela Jenkins. And she lived around the corner from me, and she was of mixed race. She was black and white. Her dad was black, her mom was white. And although she played with me, her father didn't really think I was good enough to play with her. So, if she was outside, she would come play with me. But if he found out she was playing with me, she'd have to come in. So, yeah. And then she went to another school. In middle school, so I didn't see her anymore. And then I was in middle school, I had a friend. Her name was Monica Montgomery. And although we were friends, she was very fair-skinned with long hair. And she was on the pretty girl team. And I was dark-skinned with really thick glasses and short hair. And I wasn't considered the pretty girl. So while she was my friend when we were at school, she kind of hung with the pretty girl crowd. And not that she didn't talk to me, it wasn't cool with me, but we weren't in the same homeroom, so she didn't really hang with me. But after school, we all went over her house, and she came over my house. Like when we weren't in school, she played with me. But in middle school, she didn't a whole lot. Like she did and she didn't. It wasn't much. So I didn't have any like rivals or people to beat me up or anything. I mean, I had this one little girl in elementary, and I forget her name, and she used to pick at me, but we're Detroiters. We are who we are, but we're also human beings. And at some point, I just got tired of her, and I hit her real hard, and I ran as fast as I could. And well, she never caught me. Like I'm not even a fast runner, but I punched the shit out of her and told her to leave me the fuck alone. And I ran home as fast as I can, and she ran behind me, but she never caught me. So I made it home before she could catch me. When I went to school the next day, she didn't talk to me. She didn't bother me no more. So, and then there were the Garth family, Etta Faye and her brothers, and they used to teach me and bark at me because my name is Ruth, so they would bark at me when I walked by. And so they weren't very nice, but No one ever really like picked on me because, well, I would fight you back. I would, but I was called a whole bunch of ugly names. I was dark, tar, black, ugly, wasn't pretty. I was the ugly girl, so no one really played with me because if you're dark skinned with nappy hair and thick glasses, you're not cute enough, and you don't really get a lot. And people, oh, you're being a victim. I'm not playing a victim. I'm just simply saying what I was actually told by these people. Because of the way I looked, they did not want to play with me. I mean, truth is truth. I'm telling you what was told to me. Do I believe that? No, I am beautiful. I am awesome and fantastic. But I know still today that there are people in this world who think that women that look like me aren't beautiful women. So I still suffer from that because of someone's outside social colorism, racism, born in slavery bullshit. But I'm saying that I didn't have a lot of people that talked to me or played with me. And their reason was because of what I looked like. But then again, that was when I was little. And then when your body grows, they still call you ugly. And then behind your back, everybody wants to have sex with you. Like as soon as I developed, I was still ugly to them. But hey, can we have sex? Get the fuck out of my face. Excuse my language, but that's how it went for me. So anyway, if you don't like my cussing, go and get off my page because I cuss, okay? I do what I will do. All right, what number am I on, y'all? Okay, number 4. Favorite subject. I love social studies. I love history and geography. I do. I love geography. Like, whoa. Dig it all my heart. I used to sit and read maps like it was a book. Like hours just sitting here reading the names of different places and learning the map key and just, and directions and the bodies of water and oh my God, I love social studies. I do. I still do to this day. Always my favorite. Social studies is it. Least favorite was math. And not because I was bad at it, but I was mediocre at it. Like, I wasn't horrible at math. I was right in the middle. Like, I didn't have an A, but I didn't have an F. I was about a C plus B minus on a good day student in math. So I struggled. And it's like I could do the homework and I could do the work. But somehow on the test, I would freeze up and bomb the fuck out on that test. I don't know why. So, excuse me. Favorite social studies, least favorite, math. Of course, reading, social studies, all kind of the same thing, really. Number 5. What advice would you give yourself at that age? They are wrong. You are beautiful. And there is nothing wrong with the way you look then or now. They are wrong. The adults in your environment should have protected you more. And you should have spoken up more. You should speak up and tell them that they're wrong. Say that there's nothing wrong with you. Say it. Whether they believe it or not, say it. You should have used your voice more. Okay. Let's see. Number 6. What was your personality like at that age? I was weird and quirky. Well, I was growing and changing, and I was just different, But I'm going to say that I just kind of always knew I kind of always knew who I was and what I was and what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. I was kind of always sure of myself. I'm not going to say kind of because that doesn't make no sense. I was sure of myself back then and now. I just had my own mind, my own thoughts, and my own way of thinking and being, and it was odd to a lot of people, and I don't know. I've always known who and what I was at the core of my being. I've always known that. I've always been very aware of myself, very aware of my surroundings, very conscious of my decisions, even back then. You know. Okay, sorry. Now it's number 6. Hold on, I got 4 more. Y'all ready? Y'all ready now? Number 7. What profession did you want to be at that age? Did you want to go to college? Well, I teach third grade. I was 8, and so I was a little kid, and I wanted to be Wonder Woman. I didn't really think about what job I wanted back then. I was 8. I wanted to be Wonder Woman. Go to college? Yeah, I did. I got older and wanted to go to trade school and got talked out of that, and I really wish I hadn't. But back then when I was little, yes, it was like, you're going to college. Okay. It was like when you graduate high school, you go to college. It was just like a normal conversation. It wasn't even like, do you want to? It was like, you going. So, I wish I had gone to trade school though. I really do. I wanted to do that at about 18 or 19, and my mother talked me out of it, and I really regret that. So, so that was number 7. What is something you wish you knew then that you know now? That test scores don't mean a damn thing. That, yeah, the test scores are bogus. That standardized testing in itself is racist. I wish I knew that back then. Describe the picture you thumbnail you showed. I described that earlier. Again, the picture that I choosing is a picture of me when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and we took pictures and at the Hudson's building. And Hudson's used to be this really fantastic department store in Detroit, and it was here for many, many years in Michigan. And the big main store was downtown on Woodward Avenue, and I forget what floor you would go on, but one of the floors you'd go on, you would have to you took pictures. And so my grandparents loved for us to go to take pictures, as a family. So they would always send my mother and her kids to go take pictures, and we went to go take pictures. So, and it was, like I said, it was 2 types. We had to do one smiling and one not smiling. And I have the picture of us not smiling. I have the picture of us smiling, excuse me. My mother has the other one. And that was number 9. So number 10. We should play the don't say game. That was fun. I say a lot. I don't like it. Number 10. If you had a student like yourself at this age, how would you reach out and connect to them? So I love this question because those are the kids I bond with the most. I honestly, genuinely bond with kids who look and act, walk and talk exactly like I did back then. It's like I can smell them. I can feel them coming. I see them in the room because I was always that kid that, I wasn't bad, but I wasn't always good. I was that kid right in the middle. I was the kid that never needed a lot of help. So I was often the kid that got overlooked. So trust me that I have almost a visceral connection to kids who are exactly like me. Those are the children that I connect with the most in class. I do not, and I hate to say this, I want to be able to connect with them all, but I don't. The kids I connect with the least are the really misbehaved children. I wasn't that kind of child. So I didn't do that. I didn't do that. So like I don't connect with that. Like I wasn't that. I connect with the children who are not always quiet, but kids who will honestly get overlooked because they're just not, they don't always speak their struggle out loud. Like, not the brainiac, egomaniac, like, I'm so smart, I make A's, I'm smarter than everybody. I don't connect with that kid either. Like, thank you for being highly intelligent, but you're also really egotistical, and I wasn't that kid either. I'm the kid who made A's and B's, sometimes a C, and I wasn't completely quiet all the time, but really I didn't make a lot of noise. I 100% connect with those types of kids. Since I have been a teacher, I connect the most with kids who are exactly like I was. I almost like I can smell them. Like they love me and I love them, and we be like this all year. So people might not like me saying that, but yeah, I connect with my own personality types. I do. You ain't gotta like me. So that is the end of the Back in the Day teacher tag. That was 10 questions. I'm going to post the questions in the description box below. And we're going to upload our videos onto the YouTube teacher page on Facebook. and please join the tag. So I am shouting out Miss Momo Loves Science. I know you watch me. I love you. I am shouting out Queen de la Classroom. I know you watch me. I know who else watches me. Oh my God. I'm so wrong. Stephanie Stephanie Hall, aka Schoolhouse Rap. I'm shouting you out. When you do this video, up your thumbnail has to be a picture of you from back in the day when you were little. You answer the 10 questions, and then at the end of the video, please call out personally 3 people that you know that watch your videos. So, thank you for watching. I love you all so much for listening. Have a happy, happy summer. I'm going to upload some more videos later in the week, and I'm actually recording this on the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July. Be safe, be happy, be blessed, and again, if you have a problem with anything that I say, then you feel free to unsubscribe, because I understand that I do curse and I do have a foul mouth, and God bless me, but I got one, so that's just the way I am, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't like it, I understand that you can disconnect. It's fine. So this is getting way too long. We're not at 26 minutes. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Oh, Lynn Daniel, shouting you out too. So Lynn Daniel, Queen de la Classroom, Diddy. if you give a teacher a classroom, Diddy, I'm shouting you out. I'm shouting out my friends. Join us in the tag, please. We would love to have you. All right. And remember, only a tribe can understand your vibe. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. I'm from the 70s.